Movies of long-running TV shows can be really fun if directed by the right person, but sometimes a terrible English dub can get in the way of an otherwise fine anime. It's really upsetting. That's why, in the name of the moon, I'll punish it. Hi, I'm Michael Fitzgibbon, and I'm a 31-year-old anime reviewer. I'm a Leo with blood type red, my birthstone is charcoal, and I'm a bit of a shut-in. Some people might say I'm also a budding sociopath. One day I decided to add myself to the growing din of obnoxious anime review warbling, making another in a long line of poor life decisions. What am I doing with my life? Sailor Moon R, the movie! Hey, welcome to Otaku Evolution. I'll be your rainy day man, Penguin Truth, helping you carry on. And in this episode, I take on a nostalgic juggernaut, Sailor Moon. I mean, why not? The iron's hot again. The shoujo powerhouse that entertained many a young lass looking for relief from the testosterone-dripped Dragon Ball Z, and many a young lad looking for wank material before dinner, Sailor Moon was a staple of Cartoon Network's weekday Toonami block, and the Sailor Senshi, or Sailor Scouts in the English dub, were idols to legions of fans. Oh, yeah, the English dub, it was, well...
Hey, Sailor Moon, let's make a deal. You hand over that crystal, and I will douse your friends.
No deals with double-crossing, bad bleach job nega trash like you. Get ready, the Negaverse is dust.
Yeah, it's one of the worst English dubs for an anime I can even recall. The things they did to get this on American television were crazy. The name changes, the content cuts, the script changes, the little flourishes like the Sailor Moon Says segments. Knowing about it, you almost wish they'd never aired it at all. I was only ever a casual Sailor Moon viewer, but as a Dragon Ball fan, I understood the grievousness of Deke's machinations. However, I'll be using the English dub names for this review because, well, those are the names they use in the English dub with the Sailor Moon R movie, and that's the movie I'll be reviewing. English dub clips and all. If I referred to the characters by their proper names, it would be kind of confusing if the clips used different names. Trust me, I don't like it any more than any sane Sailor Moon fan would. But unlike many DBZ fans, most Sailor Moon fans are fortunate enough to have a brain between their ears, and not too many are longing for the days of the Deke and Cloverway dubs. A basic summary of the premise of the franchise is that these teen girls are reincarnations of people from a magical moon kingdom, and using mystical powers they fight the evil forces of insert seasonal baddies names here. Sailor Moon R is the second season of the show, which adds that little pink spore, Rini, the time-traveling future daughter of Sailor Moon, Serena. For Moon's sake, this is gonna be tough. Anyway, hijinks ensue. You know what? I don't know if simply covering this movie is enough. The English dub is such an ordeal, I'll need protection. For one, I'll be using the version with the Japanese soundtrack. But I need to feel I have some more power over this thing, and nothing inspires confidence more than an unnecessary transformation sequence. Arbitrary seasonal power object, make up! There we go, now I'm ready. Bring on the flower viewing excursion. And that's exactly what we find our heroines doing at the beginning of this movie, going to an ornate garden to check out the lilies. Serena hopes to get a little private time with her boyfriend Darian. The other scouts? They like to watch, apparently. After that awkward scene, a mysterious young man appears at the garden, looking to show a bit of affection for Darian himself. Serena is a clingy little girl and doesn't want her man catching the gay, and is promptly pushed to the ground by the handsome stranger. And then the guy just kind of disappears in a flurry of flower petals. It happens. Well, that was certainly rude, but come on, Serena, it's not like they were making out. Obviously, Darian just knew the guy. Don't be so jealous. The gang's talking cat pals, Luna and Artemis, are worried about an asteroid nearing Earth that's high in, plant energy. How plants grow on an asteroid in the vacuum of space is beyond me, but there you go. But Serena is worried that our Boo is thirsty for goo from spending exactly 2 seconds near a guy who might like him. The next day, the group is walking around town when they find some folk knocked out on the ground. When they approach, it turns out to be a trap by some monster plants. Serena makes the save for Rini, but the others are attacked by some plant monster spider lady and are forced to transform into their much less protective Sailor Scout costumes. You know, to keep their identity secret from the nobody else who's around. Fortunately, Serena is ready to get back into action. Well, not ready per se, but,
You're really starting to bore me with this sleeping routine.
Serena uses her magical scepter thing, which destroys the monster, but it turns out that the guy doting on Darien, Fiore, was behind the whole thing, teaming up with some plant demon to prepare the planet for her takeover. Fiore makes short work of the Scots, but Tuxedo Mask shows up and... No, he's useless. He is always useless. And he's captured. What a loser! Well, apparently old Top Hat was desperately lonely in the orphanage after his parents died in a car crash until space imp Fiore came to Earth attracted to the sound of his whining. The two boys were fast friends, and Darien sealed the deal as all boys do with their friends, a flower. Well, no mixed signals there. Fiore went out into space to find just the perfect flower to return the favor, finding the demon flower, and has taken years to get back to offer him his affections. In the present, Fiore keeps Darien captive as he prepares to help the demon flower take over the world. That's just dumb. And this is what? The third time in this franchise some villain has come to destroy the world because they wanted to ride this guy's cane? Who else's penis has caused this much trouble before? I mean, aside from the Gamergate goobers. Oh, hey, yeah. I can transform into the armor, but I have to physically remove it. I'm still working on the whole magical transformation thing. It's getting too hot in this thing anyway. It was made to keep me warm in Antarctica, you know. Our mopey dope Serena is so dumbstruck and helpless without her stupid boyfriend, even the little pink spore has to tell her to sack up. Ovary up? After a bit of a pep talk, Serena and the gang decide to go right to the source, the asteroid heading for Earth with the evil plants. And holy crap, is this an awesome scene. Damn, that's great. And it's good to see the ladies come rescue the fella in an anime. Girl power and all that. Though, with Tuxedo Mask this happens frequently. He's kind of a worthless dope. And who are you supposed to be? Tuxedo Flask? Oh, a magical brooch left behind by our missing She-King of Penguins? And you believe she wanted me to have it? Well, maybe this will solve my transformation troubles. A boon indeed, my fine garbed penguin friend. Now, do something about that rose in the floor, would you? Our leggy lunar-led ladies attack the demon plants on the asteroid, but Fiore and the main demon plant capture them all save for Serena and holds them hostage. When Serena refuses to attack Fiore for fear of harming her team, Fiore has a hard time keeping his resolve. Even when the demon plant possesses him further, Darien steps in and deals him some damage. Fiore tries to grab the magic silver crystal that Serena possesses, but is surprised when he discovers the secret behind Darien's rose. It appears that as children, Serena once visited Darien at the orphanage, giving him one of the roses she intended to give her mother for the birth of her brother. Apparently, as a kid, Serena just wandered into orphanages. While the silver crystal destroys the demon plant lady and stops Fiore, the now slightly smaller space rock continues hurtling towards the planet, and the scouts are in a jam. That scene always gets me. Moon Revenge is a great song. But you know, the English dub actually handled this scene well too, with the song The Power of Love. Here, take a look.
Don't take money, don't take fame, don't need no credit card to ride this train. I'm a
a bad little boy.
Well, it looks as though the day is saved, with only a little piece of the big space pod left floating in orbit. Our hero safe and sound. In the vacuum of space. On a meteoroid. With no discernible way of getting back. Or air to breathe. Or, you know what, let's just consider this a happy ending. This movie is, well, it's actually pretty damn good. It's pretty boilerplate, one-off movie based on a long-running serialized franchise, like a Dragon Ball Z movie, but it has a bit stronger writing and it tugs at the heart in a genuine way by showing the strength of the bonds between our heroines. But that freaking English dub version, well, actually it's not too horrendous either. It's certainly better than the TV series in that regard. But I won't be satisfied until I've banished all traces of Deke's English dub into the inky void. So I'm sorry to say it'll still have to go. Penguin punishment power activate! And out of the armor. Nice. But, where did the brooch go? Well, while I figure out the logistics of this, I might as well sit down and watch another show that gives us lovely lasses fighting evil with friendship. Well, friendship and guns. A lot of guns. The subject of next week's episode? Burn Up. See you then! It's great when you feel strongly about a person, whether they're the opposite sex or the same sex. But coming on too strongly is a recipe for disaster. And restraining orders. Don't be a creep. If you're rejected by the person you love, do what I do, and just die a little inside. Despite what Fox News says, no does mean no, and that means you. Penguin Truth says, tee